Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're here to talk about 10 must-watch movies from the year of 1985.
1985. Was there something special about that year?
Oh, I was born that year. And it's the 40th anniversary of me, but also all the movies that we're talking about this year as well are celebrating anniversaries. But yeah, we're starting a new series. Do you want to explain it a little bit?
Yeah, so we thought it would be fun to just kind of highlight movies from different years.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna kind of jump around a little bit. We thought we'd start with 1985 because that is when Ken was born. And I think next we'll do 1987, which was when I was born.
Oh, 1987 is a banger year.
And then after that, it could be a little more like spaced out or whatever. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think this will be fun.
I love this kind of stuff. I like diving into like specific years and things like that. But before we get into it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about all things movies on this channel, some TV as well, entertainment news. We do it all here on this channel, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So if you like that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button. Also,
we'd love to have you. Make sure you like this video.
Like the video, like she said, and then comment down below, guys. We're going to share 10 movies that we think you should watch from the year of 1985. Let us know some of your picks in the comment section below, some of your favorite movies from 1985 as well.
Yeah.
So, but where are we going to start? You, me? How are we going to do this?
I think it's only fitting if you go first, since it's
my birth year.
It is your birth year, so go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going for more hidden gems, I guess. These aren't necessarily like my all-time favorites from 1985, but some of them are great movies. And my first one that I want to talk about is a movie called Witness.
Okay.
And this is starring Harrison Ford. And it's a drama. It's directed by Peter Weir, who also directed The Truman Show as well. So he's got a pretty good filmography. But this is basically Harrison Ford is a detective, and there's a murder. A boy witnesses a murder. He's an Amish boy, and he has to go into witness protection with Harrison Ford in this Amish community.
Okay.
Because it's a whole like conspiracy thing with the police force being involved in the murder, and
gotcha.
He has to stop anybody from coming to get that boy. So it's Harrison Ford undercover in an Amish community, and yeah, it's just a really good drama film. It's very compelling, and there's some very thrilling moments in it as well. So
gotcha.
It's one that I enjoy, and it was a recent discovery.
Okay, so if you've been around here for any time at all, you would know that I'm not the biggest fan of dated movies, if you will.
Yeah.
I also just don't feel like I have I've seen a lot of them because I don't, I guess, prefer them. But anyway, so you'll find that my recommendations are pretty on the nose, very, popular for the most part. But it is what it is. So my first one is Teen Wolf.
Oh.
With Michael J. Fox. And I had watched this one for the first time. Was it last year or the year before?
I think it was the year before.
Okay.
It was both of our first time watching the movie. I'd never seen Teen Wolf either.
So,
I remember I'd seen pieces from it as a kid, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, so it's just, it's a fun little, I don't know, would you call it a creature feature film or?
Kind of. It's part creature feature, horror, high school comedy, coming of age film. It's a lot of things.
I would consider it like a more comedic approach to,
Definitely.
like the monsters or whatever, a werewolf. And yeah, I feel like from what I remember, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. You'll find that Michael J. Fox may be on my list again. I think that this was
He had a good year in 1985.
Yeah, pretty big year for him that in 1985. So yeah, Teen Wolf.
My favorite thing about Teen Wolf is how he just walks around the high school and everybody's just accepting of a wolf going to school and playing basketball.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. My next one is an Italian horror film, and this is directed by Lamberto Bava, and this is Demons.
Okay. You'll find that I also will not tell you who directed the film. Ken likes to do that to sound smart, but
I almost forgot. Demons was one I watched recently for the first time. It was a horror film that was incredibly hyped up for me. This is basically somebody gets cut by a statue of a demon that's in the lobby of a movie theater. And it turns out that statue was cursed, and it turns this person into a demon that can infect other people, turn them into demons. So it's people that are like trapped in this movie theater as everybody's infecting each other and turning each other into demons. Okay. But it's got some great practical effects and gore effects, and
it's a good take place in like one day, one night, or
pretty much. It's inside this movie theater, so it's a really cool location to set a horror movie, and it's an Italian film, so you have you got to watch it in either dub or subtitles, but it's a good one. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I preferred the second one, Demons 2, just a little bit more, but I like the first one.
All right. Okay, moving right along. Like I said, Michael J. Fox would be on my list again, and that is Back to the Future. Again, I know
that's a pretty deep cut.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I know that, these are pretty popular, well-known movies from that year. But yeah, Back to the Future, I actually watched it for the first time with you. It's been many years now, but you did, introduce me to it. And we kind of, binged the whole trilogy. And
we watched my DVD box set back in the day. Yeah. I wish I still had that.
And I couldn't even tell that it was just DVD, I didn't need the 4K or whatever the heck.
No, back then that was the best. That was top notch. That was the best.
But yeah, Back to the Future, I mean, do I really even need, I feel like with these movies, I don't even really need to explain why they're good, but it's just fun. I say this all the time too. I really enjoy like sci-fi, and to me, this is definitely like sci-fi. There's a time machine car. What do you call it?
The DeLorean?
DeLorean. I almost said Mandalorian.
Close.
That's Star Wars, I think. But yeah, it's just super fun. How I will say though, the only thing about Back to the Future is that it does confuse me with how they do it. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I would just get confused. I'm like, wait a minute. So they're saying that hasn't happened yet, and do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would get confused sometimes. But yeah, super fun and great cast, and I don't know.
Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd. It's like there's no better pairing in like movie history to me.
Yeah,
than those two.
Super fun watch.
And it's probably the best story of incest in any movie.
Yeah.
In history.
Yeah.
So it's a good pick. Okay. I love Back to the Future. Depending on what day you ask me, that might be my favorite movie of all time. Next up on my list is a movie called Silver Bullet. And this
is that about werewolves?
This is a werewolf movie, and this was another like recent watch for me. I grew up thinking that The Howling and American Werewolf in London were like the top two werewolf movies. After I watched Silver Bullet, I'm like, no, there's a third contender, and it's Silver Bullet. So I love this movie. It's got Gary Busey, Corey Haim. Corey Haim is disabled in a wheelchair, so you have that kind of relationship between him and Gary Busey, who's like his drunk uncle. And they encounter a werewolf, and they have to discover who it is and take it out together. And it's just it's a good story. It's a good story with good characters that you actually like care about. That's where I think the true heart of Silver Bullet comes from. And it's a Stephen King story as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Silver Bullet's great. I love it.
All right. Okay, moving right along here to movies that you've definitely never heard of. The Breakfast Club. And I'm gonna be honest, I did have to kind of also pick movies that maybe I like don't absolutely love, but because I am so limited in what I've seen, unfortunately, from the year 1985. When's the last
time you watched The Breakfast Club? Did we watch that together?
It's been a long time. I mean, I feel like I had seen it before I watched it with you, but yeah. So you know the story: a group of kids who have to spend detention together, and they're from all different walks of life, and they end up being good pals by the end of it. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I do feel like it's a pretty fun little coming of age story. I enjoy the coming of age stories, no matter what year they're from, I guess. And I don't know.
It is an iconic movie, and it's because of the characters and the way they portray the different types of teens and stuff. The class types, the stereotypes. What are they called? The cliques.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I love the Breakfast Club. So
The Breakfast Club.
You can't get better than that. My number 4 is a movie called To Live and Die in
Sounds
LA.
like an action movie.
This is a William Friedkin film. You have Willem Dafoe in this movie as the villain. Willem Dafoe, villain. It's 1985, so it's a very young Willem Dafoe.
Right.
He's caught up in some counterfeit money business, and he's got to get taken down.
Well, we know William Dafoe can be a villain.
Yeah,
He's good at
he
it.
is super over the top, psychotic in this movie, and it's one of his best performances in my opinion. But yeah, it's just a really like gritty, thrilling, just like crime thriller. It has some really good action moments. There's a car chase sequence in it that lasts like 25 minutes, and it's freaking spectacular. But yeah, To Live and Die in LA is excellent. It's a William Friedkin movie, same guy that directed The Exorcist. And it might be a second best movie. Might be behind The Exorcist.
What a name. William Friedkin?
William Friedkin.
Friedkin. That sounds made up.
But yeah, To Live and Die in LA. You should check it out sometime.
Okay, here. So my next one is The Return of the Living Dead, right? Yeah, The Return of the Living Dead.
I thought you were going to say The Return to Oz.
No.
Which is also 85.
The Return of the Living Dead. So I grew up watching the third one. Is it The Return of the Living Dead 3? Is that what you call it?
Yep. Yeah. I've still never seen it.
Yeah. That's the one with the like badass chick on it. She's got the thing sticking out of her skin, and she's got like a cut off like leather jacket on, I think. I grew up watching that one with my cousins, and it used to scare the shit out of me. But it was just like one of those loved to, you know how it is. You love to be scared. And so I had never seen this one, though, and we watched it, like Teen Wolf, on one of our, 13 days of horror watch list.
It was almost 4 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
That we checked that out.
It definitely does not seem like it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think this one was kind of, this was when I feel like they mixed, like, more comedic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was more like comedic
or whatever. But the thing I like about the movie is they maybe balance comedy and horror better than any other horror movie I've ever seen, because it also is equally as scary too. I think like there's some really like tense, like chilling, scary moments in it.
Yeah. So just really fun. The like practical effects are great. And of the time, and also fun fact, isn't that like building set in Kentucky or something?
Oh yeah, it's set in Kentucky. I think,
and that's where we live. If you didn't know.
Yeah, I think it says Louisville or something when the bomb goes off at the end.
Oh, I didn't think it said Louisville.
I thought they referenced Louisville, like when it gets blown up at the end.
Oh, see, I thought it said some random place in Kentucky.
So it took place like 30 minutes from us.
So kind of cool, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's a great movie. And fun fact, that movie pretty much introduced running zombies, and it also introduced talking zombies, because they say brains.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first time they said brains.
Yeah.
Came from that movie. Zombies
can talk now.
My last pick is a movie I just watched last week, and I really enjoyed it. It's called The Legend of Billie Jean.
Okay. And
in this movie, Christian Slater's in it. Helen Slater, which I still haven't figured out if that's his sister, but I would assume it probably is. But she played Supergirl, I think, the year before. But basically, they're brother and sister, and Christian Slater, he doesn't get framed, but he basically gets set up to accidentally attempt to murder somebody. So they're on the run, and as they're on the run, the legend of Billie Jean kind of builds, because she's taking it to the cops and saying stuff. She's making broadcasts and stuff and sending notes and stuff, because they were wronged in the beginning of the film.
Okay.
She's sending like video notes, like taping herself and sending it out. They're playing it on the news, and her legend grows, and she kind of becomes like almost like a folk hero in sorts, as they're like on the run. So that's why the movie's called The Legend of Billie Jean, because her legend grows all the way to the end.
Oh, okay.
So, but it was a fun movie. I liked the characters and thought it had a good escalation to it and a nice climax as well.
Gotcha.
And it's got a good soundtrack. It's got a banging song by Pat Benatar in it.
Okay. Yeah, so my last one, you kind of mentioned that you saw that for the first time. My goal with this series is to also watch at least one new movie that I hadn't seen from the year. And so I did need to pick a movie. And so my last one here that I can fortunately recommend is Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And this is on Amazon Prime if you're interested. But yeah, this has a pretty good cast. It has Sarah Jessica Parker, right?
Married to Matthew Broderick.
Those three names, man. And then it also has Helen Hunt, which I really enjoyed because, and maybe I'm just like not thinking, but you know, when I think of her, I think of Twister, obviously. And she's kind of a drab in that movie a little bit.
Yeah.
And in this one, you know, she's quite young, and she's playing this like really outgoing, like kind of mischief girl or whatever. And it was just really fun to see her, you know, play that kind of character, and it kind of just like made me like think more highly of her, I guess. I'm like, oh, okay, like
yeah, I think her debut film was Trancers in '84,
okay.
So she would have been like just getting started.
Yeah, and so you know, it's basically about these two girls, and it's very '80s in my opinion. You know, there are these like high schooler girls, and you know, there's lots of like the dancing or whatever. There's like this popular show that's on TV that they all watch after school, and there's a contest and they want to be on it. But of course, you know, one of the girls, like her dad's like, no, absolutely not. And of course, what do? They sneak and they go anyway. And of course, there's some like there's a love story going on as well, and I enjoyed it quite a bit actually.
Did you have fun watching Girls?
You know, and they did throw in a little, you know, blurb of the song. Girls
did
Just
they
Wanna
play
Have
it on
Fun.
the credits or the opening?
During the movie, a part of the movie,
okay.
you know, when they were being wild and just having fun.
I wonder if that song came out in '85. It might have.
But yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It also had Shannon Doherty in it. Is that how you say her name? Doherty. She was quite young. She was probably like, gosh, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 maybe. And she didn't have a huge part. She was playing like a little sister, but she was in it too. And yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun, and I was happy that I watched it. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Yeah. That's gonna do it.
That's our list. 10 must-watch movies from 1985. We did pretty good. We had some good picks in there. I think there's some solid recommendations that you should definitely check out. But look, you know, before we complete the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then leave us your comments of any comments you want to make on the movies we talked about. But also leave us some recommendations as well. We could watch them. And we'll see you next time.